In this video demonstration, I'm going to show you how to use the new JND393 stitch poinsettia. We're going to make this simple card and just show you how we've beautifully coloured these poinsettias. So you get a selection of small and medium flowers in there, and we've just used a little bit of the gold fusion ink to give a little bit of gold on there, but they have a beautiful stitch detail to it. We've also used on here JND400, which is Helen's holly. Here's our die, and we've also used the centre panel from JND396 Stag circle. But to show you through the flower plate, you actually got this beautiful stitched flower plate. So it will cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 poinsettias in one pass, and they'll all have this beautiful stitch detail to them. So all you need to do is cut a piece of card, and here I've got Craft Artist Essential card in Christmas red. And I've cut this to 5 3/4 by 4 1/8 inch. So you will get this 4 times from a piece of A4 card, meaning that you can get 48 poinsettias from one A4 sheet. So you just simply need to pop that down. You see there's plenty of space around it. Take a piece of low tack tape, tape your die down well, and simply place that onto your die cutting machine and run that through. And when that's cut, you will get the different sizes of poinsettia. So here I've got some that are already cut, and you can see here we've got different sizes of these, but we've got that beautiful stitch detail all the way around the edge, which just adds a little bit extra to it. So I want to add a little bit of colour to this, so I'm going to use the gold fusion from the Craft Artist range in one of the Christmas limited editions berry, and you see it's that beautiful Christmas red. It's exactly the same Pantone reference colour as the poinsettias, but because it has gold added to it, it alters the colour. So all we need to do is hold our flower, take onto a finger dauber, and just flick on the edge. And because it's such a similar colour, it doesn't give you a complete, just as if gold, gives you a beautiful berry gold colour. And again, we could do this just with a gold ink, but you'll find the gold is very stark as it's just pure gold. This with the red in there as well gives you a beautiful look. So I'll just do one more of those, really simple. And I'm just flicking it over the sort of end third of the flower, just like that. I then want to take a pair of tweezers, or you can use your hands, grasp each petal and just fold each petal up over those tweezers. And it gives you a beautiful sort of spiky poinsettia, and fold each petal into the middle. So I'll do that a second time, just so you can see. So we just go through and fold up each petal really simply. And then what I've been doing for centres, so let's move these out of the way, is I'm using the new Craft Artist Pearl Dimension in red, again the same colour, and I'm just adding a little drop in the centre, just like that, so everything is tone on tone. What I can do is to use the white or the silver as well, so I'm just going to fold another flower to show you what it's like with the white, although on this project I am using the red. So we fold that. I'm going to take the Pearl Dimension in white, and again just add a little bit in the centre, and we get that beautiful pearlised white centre in there. So we'll pop those to one side to dry, and I've got a few here that I've already done and I've allowed to dry, and they just really do sort of sparkle and sing, and they're great for catching sort of lights from Christmas trees and things. So little basic card blank here, just a little, I think this is a 5 by 5, but let's just check it. So 5 by 5 card blank. I've got a panel of coconut white card on at 4.5 by 4.5, which I've just embossed, and I've added a little matte by adding 1/8 of an inch on in satin gold card, gloss gold card from Craft Artist. Here I've cut the central panel from the Stag circle die, so you only see the central panel. We've not used anything else on this one. I'll bring the die set in so you can see. So all I've done is use this central panel and this circle, and it gives me this beautiful sort of the 2 leaping stags around the heart. I think that's just such a beautiful motif. And then cut out again in the red a solid circle to sit behind, and we'll place that in the centre. And then I've cut the Helen's holly die in Christmas green, and I've got myself 2 of the larger and 3 of the medium, but you get 2 large and 2 medium included in the die set. So I'm just going to turn those onto the back, really quite simple. And then I'm going to take this time my easy squeeze glue applicator and just add a few little dots onto the back. You don't have to glue it everywhere, but it just helps. And all I've done to shape this holly is exactly the same as I did with the poinsettia. I've just folded each holly leaf over my tweezers. So we've got those done, really nice and simple. And I'm simply going to take my holly and move that round that circle. You find the holly is quite movable, so you can shape it however you want to. So I'm just going to move that around, give that a good press to get sure it's down. If you're concerned, just use your pokey tool to press into place, but you don't want the holly to be stuck everywhere. You want to be able to actually sort of it to be a little bit loose. I've got a little bit of ink come off there, which doesn't matter because I'm going to be covering it with flowers. So I'm doing a similar idea on the other side. So 1 and 2. I would suggest when you're doing this, clean your hands just with a little bit of alcohol sanitizer. And I'm going to use the 3rd one there, just to keep that corner idea going. And then it's simply a case of taking my flowers and adding them. So I'm going to add red one in the centre, and I'm just going to tuck them in and around. So almost cascading them around this beautiful circle in the centre. I've got a lovely little tiny one there, which we'll put into there. And we'll take one more there and just tuck that in. So once I'm happy with the arrangement of flowers, I'm just going to press those down and make sure that they're glued down properly. Again, it may take a couple of minutes for the glue to take. Obviously, it doesn't help that it's the middle of the heat of the summer when I'm making these videos. And I'm just going to take one single flower and pop that there in the center of my holly. Make sure that's well pressed down. And there we go. Very simple, very clean, very, very effective card made using the poinsettias. And I'm just going to take a little bit more of my Pearl Dimension just to bring the colour out and add a little dot into 3 of the corners, because obviously the 4th corner is covered by the holly. And we're going to pop a little one just in the centre there of our snowflake. So simple, but yet effective. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit the Crafting with John Next Door group on Facebook. Enjoy.